Good morning, Vananda. Today I am going to explain about the problems on grading of a cable. Okay, coming to the first problem, a single core lead sheath cable has a conductor of 1 centimeter. Okay, a single core lead sheath cable has a conductor of 1 centimeter diameter and a sheath of 5 centimeters inside diameter. Okay, the inside diameter of the conductor is 5 centimeters and two dielectric materials having a permittivity of 4 and 2.5. Okay, therefore, epsilon R1 or epsilon 1 is equal to the 4 and epsilon 2 is equal to the 2.5. Therefore, epsilon 1 is equal to 4 and epsilon 2 is equal to 2.5. This is the relative permittivity and the potential gradient is 60 kilovolts per centimeter. Okay, therefore the potential gradient means the 60 kilovolts, that is the maximum permissible stress, and also maximum permissible stress, the G2 max is equal to 50 kilovolts per centimeter respectively. Okay, determine the thickness of dielectric material and maximum working voltage. Okay, first the maximum permissible stress, that is G1 max. Okay, therefore maximum permissible voltage, that is G1 max, is equal to 60 kilovolts and 50 kilovolts, that is the G2 max. Therefore G2 max is equal to 50 kilovolts. Okay, maximum or permissible voltage or potential gradient is the G1 max and the G2 max. The maximum permissible voltage and the potential gradient is G1 max and the G2 max. Okay, let the diameter over the insulation of inner dielectric is the D1 centimeter. Okay, the diameter over the insulation of inner dielectric is D1. Next, what is the relationship between the G1 max and the G2 max? Okay, therefore G1 max by G2 max, that is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon R1 D by Q by 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon R2 D1. Okay, where D is the diameter of the conductor and small d1 is the diameter of the inner sheath. Okay, therefore in this the cancel terms are q gets cancelled and 2 pi gets cancelled and epsilon naught are cancelled. Therefore epsilon R2 by D1 by epsilon R1 by D is the remaining terms. Okay, it is the relationship between the G1 max to the G2 max. Therefore we are obtaining the formula for G1 max to the G2 max is epsilon R2 D1 by epsilon R1 D. Okay, where epsilon 1 is equal to 4 and epsilon 2 is equal to 2.5. Okay, 2.5. Epsilon 1 is equal to epsilon R1 and epsilon 2 is equal to epsilon R2. Okay, then we are substituting all the values in this formula. Then we obtain the D1. Sorry, the G max by G2 max. G1 max by G2 max. Okay, what is the value for G1 max? Therefore, G1 max is equal to 60 by G2 max is equal to 50. Okay, 60 by 50 is equal to 0.625 D1. Okay, therefore 60 by 50 equal to 0.625 D1. Okay, this is the ratio between the G1 max to the G2 max. Okay, understand ma? This is the ratio between the G1 max by G2 max. Okay, therefore G1 max by G2 max value is 60 by 50 is equal to 0.625 D1. 60 by 50 equal to 0.621 D1. By using this equation, we determining the D1 value. Okay, by using this equation, we determining the D1 value, that is D1 is equal to 1.92 centimeters. Okay, therefore D1 is equal to 1.92 centimeters. Next, we are calculating the radial thickness of inner dielectric. Okay, next we are calculating the radial thickness. Okay, single core lead sheath cable has a conductor of 1 centimeter diameter. Okay, that means the small d is 5 centimeters. Okay, small d is 5 centimeters. Small d is 1 centimeter. Capital D is equal to 5. Okay, in the problem, the conductor of diameter, that is the small d. The conductor of diameter is the small d, that is equal to 1 centimeter. And sheath diameter, that is capital D. And the sheet diameter, that is capital D, is equal to 5 centimeters. And sheet diameter, that is capital D, that is equal to 5 centimeters. Okay, therefore, we are substituting radial thickness of inner dielectric. Okay, what is the radial thickness formula that is of inner dielectric? That is D1 minus D by 2. Okay, D1 minus D by 2. Where D1 is the, where D1 is the diameter of the dielectric, that is equal to 1.92. Okay, therefore 1.92 minus small d is equal to 1 centimeter. 1.92 minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2, that is equal to 0.46 centimeters or 4.6 mm. Similarly, we calculate the radial thickness of outer dielectric. Okay, similarly, we are calculating the radial thickness of outer dielectric. Okay, what is the radial thickness of outer dielectric? That is capital D minus D1. Okay, the radial thickness of outer dielectric is, that is capital D minus D1. Okay, this is the capital D minus D1 by 2. Capital D minus D1 by 2. Okay, capital D is equal to 5 and D1 is equal to 1.92 by 2. Okay, this is the radial thickness of outer diameter and this is the radial thickness of inner diameter. Okay, next we calculate the peak voltage of cable. Okay, that is V. Therefore, V is equal to V1 plus V2. Therefore, V is equal to V1 plus V2. Okay, what is the V1 formula? Therefore, V1 is equal to, what is the V1 formula? V1 is equal to G1 max by 2, G1 max by 2, D log E okay, G1 max by 2 D log E D1 by D. D log E D1 by D. Okay, where small d is the diameter of the core and capital D is the diameter of the conductor and small d1 is the sheath diameter. Okay, gradient diameter. Okay, then we are substituting all the values. Okay, what is the G1 max? 60 by 2 into small d is 1 centimeter, log E cap small d1 is 1.92 1.92 by D is 1 plus G2 max. Okay, plus G2 max equal to 50 by 2 into D1. Okay, D1 is 1.92 log E, capital D is 50. So 5 by D1. Okay, then we obtain the voltage V. Okay, therefore V is equal to V1 plus V2. Okay, understand? V is equal to V1 plus V2. Okay, then we obtain the total voltage, that is the peak voltage of the cable. That is the peak voltage of the cable. Then we are calculating the RMS value of voltage. Okay, what is the RMS value of voltage? Peak voltage by root 2. Okay, what is the RMS value of voltage? That is peak voltage by root 2. Okay, that is equal to 46.32 kilovolts. Okay, that is equal to 46.32 kilovolts. Okay, this is the maximum working voltage in terms of RMS value. Okay, maximum working voltage in terms of RMS value. Therefore, V is equal to the V1 plus V2. Okay, V is the peak voltage of the cable. Okay, then the maximum working voltage is V by root 2. Okay. Next, coming to the second problem. A single core cable employing 3 layers. Okay, we are having the 3 layers of insulation with dielectrics epsilon R1, epsilon R2, epsilon R3. Okay, where epsilon R1 is the 5 and epsilon R2 is the 4 and epsilon R3 is 3. Okay, has a conductor of radius 1 centimeter. Okay, the radius of the conductor is 1 centimeter. Assuming that all the 3 insulating materials are working at the maximum potential gradients. Work out the potential difference in kVA between the core and the earth sheet. And inner radius of the sheet is 2.5 centimeters. Okay, the maximum potential gradient is 40 kilovolts. Okay, first of all, we are calculating the diameter of the conductor. Okay, therefore, what is the diameter of the conductor? That is 2 into radius. Okay, therefore, this is the conductor. Okay, this is the R1. And this is the sheath diameter, and this is also in another sheath diameter, R1, R2, R3. R3. Okay, therefore, we are calculating the conductor diameter from D is equal to 2 into R. And then we calculate the inner sheath radius. Okay, the diameter over the insulation, that is capital D. Okay, this is the total diameter. Okay, this is the capital D. And this is the small d. Okay, this is the conductor diameter and this is the overall diameter. Okay, therefore, the diameter over the insulation, that is capital D. Okay, therefore, capital D equal to 2 into, okay, the inner radius of the sheath. Okay, this is the inner radius of the sheath, that is 2.5. Okay, then we obtain the diameter over the insulation, that is 5 centimeters. Okay, then we obtain the diameter of the insulation, that is 5 centimeters. Next, we calculate the maximum potential gradient. Sorry, next we obtain the maximum potential gradient, that is 40 kilovolts. Okay, let the diameter over the insulation of relative permittivity, that is epsilon R1, epsilon R2 be D1 and D2 respectively. Therefore, the relation is, okay, as the maximum stress in the 3 dielectrics. Okay, therefore, the maximum stress in the 3 dielectrics is epsilon R1 D is equal to epsilon R2 D1 is equal to epsilon R3 D2. Okay, therefore, by using this relation, okay, we are calculating the D1. Okay, when compare these two relations, okay, then we obtain the D1. Okay, then we obtain the D1. Okay, what is the D1? D1 is equal to epsilon R1 by epsilon R2 into D. Okay, therefore, D1 is equal to epsilon R1, epsilon R1, epsilon R2 D by into D. Okay, that is equal to 5 by 4 into 2.0. Okay, that is equal to 2.5 centimeters. 2.5 centimeter. Similarly, we are comparing these two equations. Okay, similarly, we are comparing epsilon R1 D and epsilon R3 D2. Okay, by comparing these two equations, then we obtain D2. Okay, therefore, D2 is equal to epsilon R1 by R3. D2 equal to epsilon R1 by R3 into D. R3 into D. That is equal to 5 by 3 into 2. Okay, that is equal to 5 by 3 into 2. Okay, that is equal to 3.33 centimeters. Okay, that is equal to 3.33 centimeters. Okay, therefore, this is the D2 diameter, sheath diameter, and this is the D1 sheath diameter. Okay, next. What is the maximum permissible peak voltage? Next, we are calculating the maximum permissible peak voltage. Okay, what is the maximum permissible peak voltage of the cable? That is equal to G max by 2 into, okay, that is the maximum permissible voltage, that is V. Okay, what is the formula for V? V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, what is the formula for V? V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, therefore, V1. Okay, what is the formula for V1? V1 equal to G1 max by 2 log E D1 by D. D into log E D1 by D, and G2 max, G max into D1 log E D2 by D1 plus V3 is equal to G1 G max by 2 log D2 log E D by D2. Okay, then we substitute all the values in this formula, and then we obtain the, okay, and then we obtain the G maximum permissible voltage of a cable. Okay, and then we obtain the maximum permissible voltage of the cable. Okay, then we obtain the RMS value. After that, we are calculating the RMS value, that is peak value by root 2. Okay, therefore, RMS value is equal to peak value by root 2. Okay, that is equal to 35.6 kilovolts. Okay, therefore, that is equal to 35.6 kilovolts. Okay, next, coming to the third problem. A 66 kilovolt single core redshift cable is grounded by using the two dielectrics of relative permittivity 5 and the 3. Okay, therefore, respectively, thickness of each being is 1 centimeter. Okay, therefore, the thickness of each being will be 1 centimeter. Okay, therefore, the core diameter is 2 centimeters. The core diameter is 2 centimeters. Determine the maximum stress in the two dielectrics. Therefore, we are calculating the maximum stress in the two dielectrics. Therefore, small d is equal to 2 centimeters, and the diameter of the overall insulation of relative permittivity, that is D1, is equal to 2 plus 2 into 1, where 2 is the conductor diameter and sheet diameter is 2 into 1, that is equal to 4 centimeters. Okay, next we calculate that overall diameter of that relative permittivity, that is 3. Okay, therefore D is equal to 4 plus 2 into 1 by 1, then it will be equal to the 6 centimeters. Okay, this is the diameter of the sheath diameter and this is the overall diameter. Let the potential gradient at the conductor surface. Let we are calculating that potential gradient, that is G1 max. Okay, therefore G1 max is there and then we obtain the G2 max from that relation. Therefore G2 max is equal to G1 max into epsilon R1 by epsilon 1, sorry, D epsilon R1 by D1 epsilon R2. Okay, then we are substituting all the values in this formula. Okay, and then we obtain the G2 max. Okay, we are substituting all the values in this formula and then we obtain the G2 max. Okay, therefore G2 max is equal to 5 by 6 into G1 max. Okay, therefore G2 max is equal to 5 by 6 into G1 max. Next, coming to the next problem. So next, coming to the next G2 max, that is V max is equal to RMS value into peak value. Okay, 66 by root 3 into root 2. Okay, then we calculate the maximum permissible voltage stress. Okay, what is the formula? That is V. Okay, therefore V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Therefore, V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, what is the V1? That is G1 max into D by 2. And V2 is the G2 into, log E D1 by D plus V2 is the G2 max D1 by 2 log E D by D1. Okay, then we obtain the maximum permissible voltage, that is V. Okay, therefore V is equal to V1 plus V2. Okay, this is the V1 and this is the V2 and this is the V2. Okay, then we obtain the G1 max. Okay, then we obtain the G1 max. Okay, what is the G1 max? That is equal to 39.37 kilovolts. Okay, similarly we calculate the G2 max. Okay, what is the formula for G2 max? Therefore G2 max is equal to D1 by D. Okay, this is the D1 by D, G1 max. Okay, therefore G2 max equal to D1 by D, G1 max. Okay, then we obtain the G2 max value. Okay, that is equal to 32.8 kilovolts per centimeter. Okay, that is equal to 32.8 kilovolts per centimeters. Next, we are going to the next problem, that is fourth problem. Okay, single core lead covered cable is to be designed for 66 kilovolts to the earth. Okay, its conductor radius is 0.5 centimeters and it three insulating materials, that is A, B, C, have relative permittivities of 4, 2.5 and 4 with the maximum permissible stress of 50, 30 and the 40 kilovolts. Okay, determining the minimum internal diameter of the lead sheet. Okay, then we are calculating the minimum internal diameter of that lead sheet. Okay, that is the R1 and the R2. First of all, what is the peak value of that maximum stress. Okay, we are a maximum voltage, that is the single core cable is to be designed for 66 kilovolts. Therefore, we are calculating the RMS value from that peak value. Okay, this is the peak value. Therefore, we are calculating RMS value, that is, okay, therefore Vmax is equal to 66 by root 2. Okay, in order to minimize the internal diameter of the lead sheath, and then we are calculating the in case of material A, we are calculating, that is the maximum permissible voltage, that is 50 into 4. Okay, then we obtain 200 as the maximum. Okay, similarly, we are calculating the 40 into 4, that is the 160 second maximum at the B point. Okay, then we obtain, that is G1 max is the 50 kilovolts and G2 max is the 40 kilovolts and G3 max is the 30 kilovolts. Okay, similarly, we are writing that epsilon R1 value, epsilon R2 value and epsilon R3 value. Okay, and then we all know about that G max value, that is G1 max is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon R in epsilon naught epsilon R1 into R. Okay, then Q2 max is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon R2 into R1. Okay, similarly, Q3 max equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon R3 into R1. Okay, by using these equations, okay, we form the relationship, we form the formula for R1, R2. Okay, what is the formulas for R1 and the R2? Okay, therefore, R1 is equal to epsilon R1 R G1 max by epsilon R2 G2 max. Okay, therefore, epsilon R1 value is the 4. Okay, this is the relative permittivity of the first dielectric into R. R is the radius, that is 0.5. And G1 max is the 50. By epsilon R2 is the 4 and G2 max is the 40. Okay, then we obtain the R1. Okay, that is the first sheath internal radius. Next, coming to the R2, that is equal to epsilon R2 R1 G2 max by epsilon R3 G3 max. Okay, epsilon R3 G3 max, that is equal to 1.33. Okay, we are substituting epsilon R2 is 4 and R1 is equal to 0.625 and G2 max is equal to 40 by epsilon R3 is 2.5 and G3 max is equal to 30. Okay, then we obtain the R2 value also. Okay, this is the R1 value and this is the R2 value. Okay, these are the various problems that will be related to the grading of the cables. Okay, we remember those formulas, that is G1 max value, G2 max value and G3 max value. And what is the potential gradient at that voltage, that is V is equal to V1 plus V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, remember those formulas and then we easily calculate the maximum dielectric stress and potential gradient in the cable. Okay, in the next class we are continue the problems that will be related to the maximum dielectric stress. Okay, we continue in the next class. Okay, thank you.